Welcome back, welcome back. Ignore the H3 for a while. This is an impromptu Duramax upload. I did not plan to do this, but I did get frustrated this week because I wanted to drive it, and it went into limp mode as it has done now for the past 6 months or so immediately. So I ran the codes, and we came up with some new codes this week, and I fixed it, guys. I mean, I'm not over here tooting my own horn, but it was broken. Someone fixed it. It was me, and I would like the credit for it. So now I should have figured this out sooner, probably, but guys, we got it. Now, yeah, it would have been better probably if I had footage proving that I actually did fix it, but I'm gonna show you here. Let's pop the hood. And it is a sort of common problem, but I didn't have a code for it. If you watch the last upload where I was trying to diagnose, we ran into an IAT code and a glow plug module code. Everyone says that it was the IAT, but the IAT light has been on forever. I have no idea on the IAT thing because it's supposed to be, the sensor is supposed to be down in there. I'm trying to get a good spot here where you would actually see where it would go, but it's supposed to be down in there, and it's not. So do with that information what you want, but the IT sensor is not there. There should be a second one up there. It's not. Now, the other one is the glow plug. That's still light. That light is still on. I'm not worried about it. What we found is the loom that's running right inside here down to the pedal. I found a cut wire. Now, it was really annoying to actually unwrap that thing from the electrical tape. It was factory on it, and it was really tough. I thought that I actually cut the wire, but no, I found one that was just broken inside there, and I've been driving it now for 2 or 3 days. I want to make sure it was all good. I'm going to close that door so it doesn't look like my steps are broken. Steps work, guys. And so we got her fixed. In the last upload, we didn't have any codes. I don't recall for pedal. Maybe we had one come up. I'd have to go back and look at it, but it wasn't for the wire harness. Finally, it pulled this code for the wire harness because I think it was making like intermittent connection and getting worse over time, which is why when I first had reduced power mode, that was like 6 months ago, 7, maybe even longer than that. Probably almost a year ago was the first time it went into reduced power mode. I cleared it, it was fine, and then just kept getting worse and getting worse and getting worse until it really left the truck undrivable. And I have not done anything with this. I haven't done any upgrades. I haven't done any other repairs because like there's no point in doing anything until I get this limp mode issue fixed. And I was worried that it might be the transmission. It would make sense that it is. It's been beat on pretty good. No transmission codes at all. Transmission's good. Just that pedal. I did replace the pedal in the last upload with the one from this white truck. That didn't help at all, so I was like, well, it's not the pedal, but didn't check the harness in that upload, and it wasn't throwing a code that would indicate that it was that. So that's the reason why I didn't go into that. But she's good to go. I've been driving it now 3-4 days. No issues, no problems. But there is still lots of things that I want to fix. So this upload's really the excitement of it's fixed. Then we got to, I want to make a list and go through everything on this that I want to replace over the next several months, weeks, months, whatever. It's all just little stuff. It's little stuff that I haven't done, and I want to get everything like working. So I'm going to go to the inside, but we're going to start on the outside out here and under the engine bay. One, I want to clean up all my wiring. Yeah, it's not great. It's definitely not great. I did do 2 brand new batteries. It desperately needed that, so that's not a problem. I have a low coolant light, have for a while. It's intermittent, but I would like to get a new coolant tank, or maybe I'll go with one of the really nice looking ones from like HSP or Whirly, and put one of those in. But that's annoying. I don't like having that light. Everything else up here pretty much works. Coming back through, we probably got to do new cab mounts. We never did those, and I think they're smushed down because they had to line the bed up. They had to put some spacers in. Don't tell anybody. That's kind of a secret. But that's one of the things that also needed. Cab lights don't work because I didn't hook them up. So I think that one's probably relatively easy. Like I said, all these things are really easy. Reverse light or whichever, you know, whatever these lights are. I don't know if they're supposed to come on with reverse or if they're supposed to just be part of your light for your, you know, your cargo light. Either way, I want to get those guys hooked up. Everything else, mirrors work, all that stuff. This one does rattle a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know if it's cracked inside or something, but that one I'm actually not that concerned with. Everything else outside, I think works. I do want to put a new hitch on. That's one of the upgrades that I need to do. The other thing is I want to just pound this bed back, which that would take like literally like 2 seconds, but it just has a little kink to it because this was a used bed, but it was rust free. So I don't know how, when I rebuild it the second time, if I told too many people, but the bed is completely coated on the underside of this, so this should never have any rust issues again. I mean, obviously, I guess if it, lasted long enough, but shouldn't be a problem ever again in the future. Down underneath here, you'll see that we got some wires hanging. That is for our rock lights. Had to disconnect them when we did the new bed. And so I got to reconnect all of our rock lights. I would like to connect the e-brake, not really because I care about the e-brake, but because it's there and I would just like to do it. So that's kind of everything up here. The other thing, ABS bleed. It needs an ABS bleed. Brakes feel pretty good, but definitely could do that. As we pop inside, first thing, this guy keeps falling off. Also, the front speakers don't seem to work. I actually have a new one in a box right there. So, gonna pop new speakers here. One crackles in the back as well. And then headliner. I know I've been saying that one forever. I got the new headliner in there. I got the material. Just got to do it. The thing that I just realized is happening is I believe the sensor for the air and heat is up in the headliner. I think that's where they are on these trucks, and there's a harness that runs up there. And if to get any heat in the winter, I have to put the controls up to 90, and then it kicks on and everything works fine. But I think it's because it doesn't have the sensor hooked up. The other one is like stuff like this. I got a lot of little things like that. Notice how that's 2 different colors? Yeah, not classy. One of the other things I want to check here, which I haven't actually done in a while. I know some of my window motors are slow. So let's see here. That one over there, let's put it down. Yeah. Almost doesn't make it. Now I could grease up those tracks, but either way, we got to do some new. Let's try that one back there. Also, I have a truck full of stuff here. Yeah, that one was slow. That one's probably the best, but they're all pretty slow. The other thing is these pillars right here are supposed to have the Bose speaker inside of them up here. They were both crushed when the truck rolled over, so these are the ones we had, and I just put them up there to finish it. So I gotta get a new pair of those with the Bose speaker in. The other one is the passenger seat does not, well, it might work now. I don't, it's intermittent, because the wiring's loose down underneath. The harness between these seats and what was in the truck was different, so we just had to plug them in, and I think the wiring's loose. So, but that's real annoying, for the passengers. So that's another thing. Trying to think of anything else. I think we're getting close on what we want to do there. Oh, just remember, radio, the antenna isn't hooked up. Needs an adapter. I actually have the adapter somewhere. I gotta find it, but I need to pull the radio back out, put the adapter in so the antenna actually works, though I rarely listen to the radio. I'm almost always using my phone. I do have one little upgrade here that I have had now forever, and this is the Fleece all lights on module. So inside here, little guy, we can just pop this in the fuse box out there. I think let's just do this just so that there's something productive done today. All right, out here, we got to remove a bunch of these guys here. This is kind of all the light relays. And then it'll sit in there about like that, I believe. Just like that. And what this does, in case I didn't explain that very well, this will allow you to have your high beams and your fogs on at the same time, which I don't love. The oh man, that is tight. Makes sense that it would be tight, but it's like tight. There it goes. Okay. it allows you to have your fogs and your high beams on at the same time. And the lights in this truck, I put some LEDs in the front, and I don't love them. They're not terrible, but I would like it if they were a little brighter, so I run my fogs a fair amount. Let's try this. Turn the key all the way on. There we go, and that should be fogs. There we go. So that's, wait, I didn't check if it was high beams. Hold on. High beams and fogs on. So that's how easy that is. That's great. One of the other things I forgot to mention here, and I actually already ordered this because this is so annoying, is these guys, these were all out of the other like parts truck that we use, and they're shot. Like, there's no clips holding them in. You kick them out every once in a while. So I got new ones of those coming. I don't know if I need ones for the back. All right, let's see here. So yeah, I probably got to get ones for the back. They kind of hold in, but not really, and probably new for this as well. So basically what I'm trying to do is make the truck 100%. And if you're wondering why my door does not shut all the time, it's because I did a brand new weather seal, or, weather stripping the whole way around, which was great, but it requires just a little bit of extra effort. Yeah, see, that's all pushed around. Does this work? No. All right, so passenger seat too. So once we get all of the little stuff taken care of on the truck, then we can start doing some actual upgrades and making it really better. Now, it's a lot better than it was, obviously, in the past, but we're going to start to kind of make it my own, do whatever I want with it, more power. I would like to do some powder coating, do some fun stuff that way. I've been talking about traction bars forever because it definitely needs those. Not that it's going to be the craziest truck ever, but I just think it'd be fun to keep working on it and keep improving as time goes on. Obviously, I am super relieved that it was not a transmission issue. That is huge, because that's $5,000 minimum to get a new transmission to put in it. So I'm very excited that was not the issue, and it was just some wiring, and we figured it out. And while I did not plan to even make a video about this, like, I was just troubleshooting out here, having fun myself, and we figured it out. So it's very much impromptu. We're gonna be back to the H2 limo, the H3. I gotta make a video on this truck because we did a bunch of work to it as well. But the old Duramax always gets to jump in front of whatever content we have, because it's still, like, I consider this to be the main vehicle on the channel, even though I haven't uploaded that much, and it's because it wasn't drivable. So I'm excited to be back out with her. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you following along, and we'll be back to some real actual mechanical work coming up very shortly.